What's up, wrestling fans? My name is Aaron. I got a new haircut, and this is Wrestling by Waldridge. If you're new here, welcome to the channel, and as always, give me a follow on Twitter at WrestlingByW, and if you enjoy the video, please leave a like, give it a share, and give it a subscribe. So today I'll be giving you my top 5 matches of the week. And we'll kick things off with a tag team match from SmackDown between Daniel Bryan and Cesaro against Seth Rollins and Jey Uso. The match told a decent story revolving around the strength and power of Cesaro, which seemed to be too much to handle for his opponents. I thought Seth's heel character work was a particular highlight, with his constant trash talking and his maniacal facial expressions. And there was a great heat segment where Seth and Jey worked over Bryan for quite some time, which featured a lot of great psychology. The heels worked over Bryan's neck, which had been injured from WrestleMania by the concerto from Edge, which made a lot of sense. And as you would expect, Bryan's selling of the neck was fantastic. And this led into a well-built hot tag from Cesaro, which lifted the pace of the match nicely. I thought Seth walking out of the match made quite a lot of sense considering the kind of character he is, and I thought it worked well into the story of the match as well. Cesaro threatened to use the swing on Seth, and generally got the better of him in this match, which pushed him into making that decision. And then the finish saw Cesaro hit Jey with a nice deadlift suplex from over the ropes, which then allowed Daniel Bryan to follow up with the running knee for the victory. Yeah, this was a fun tag team match that got a good amount of time. And then next up, we've got the USA New Japan Cup Finals match between Brody King and Tom Lawler from New Japan Strong. The match told a great story of Lawler trying to ground his much bigger opponent in Brody by using his grappling abilities and by attacking the left leg of Brody, which had been worked on by others in the tournament in previous matches. So great psychology here. Yeah, this match featured lots of impressive psychology. Lawler specifically with his clever game plans, and Brody with his selling. I loved how Tom attacked the right hand of Brody after he had injured it by chopping the post, which effectively nullified Brody's fearsome striking power. As I said before, Brody did a great job at selling his left leg as well as his right hand, and he did a good job by not using that right hand for the rest of the match. And whilst the match did lack excitement, there were some really effective near falls which led up into a strong finish, where Lawler nailed King with a huge knee strike, which led into Tom applying a rear naked choke, which rendered Brody unconscious. And Tom Lawler is the inaugural Strong Champion, a well-worked and hard-hitting affair that I would recommend to anyone that just wants to watch a really good wrestling match. Then next up, we have a match between Jonathan Gresham and Jay Lethal for the Pure Championship from Ring of Honor's 500th episode. Now, this wasn't the most exciting match of all time. It didn't really feature any spots, and it wasn't flashy at all. But what it was an excellent pure wrestling match. This was a great story of a mirror match between two best friends who knew each other really well, constantly cancelling each other out and targeting each other's left arm and shoulder. The pace of the match was perhaps a touch too slow, but it did allow both men to sell their asses off here. From the word go, both men sold their injured arms terrifically, aided by excellent facial expressions and verbal anguish, especially from Jay Lethal. For example, after Lethal applied a Boston Crab, I really liked how Gresham couldn't reach with his left arm, his injured left arm, so he had to reach with his right arm even though the left was closer to the ropes. And I also loved how Lethal failed to hit the lethal injection, as when he went for the handspring, his left arm gave away. Just great psychology all around. The face versus face dynamic meant that the match did lack any real heat, but this was still a really fun scientific matchup, which saw Gresham win with a head scissors pinning combination for the victory. And then we pick up the pace from the main event of AEW Dynamite, as we saw Jungle Boy versus Darby Allin for the TNT Championship. And it was great to see two future AEW stars in the main event. There was an even back and forth exchange to kick things off, which led into Darby and Jungle growing angrier attitudes towards one another, and the match told a good story of each man looking to outperform the other, perhaps trying to prove who is the bigger and better upcoming star of AEW. And besides the awesome aggression on the show, there was a ton of exciting high spots, good submission teasers and near falls. In particular, it was great to see Jungle Boy get a lot of near falls as well as some great snare trap submission teasers, as it really made you believe that he could win the TNT title. And I thought there was a great flow to this match which built up to the big sequences really well. And although the pace was fast, I thought that it did slow down enough to allow both men to sell as well. I could have done without the Sting and Luchasaurus interruption, but thankfully it didn't really affect the match quality that much. I wasn't really a fan of the referee not counting the 10 when Darby and Jungle Boy were in the arena area. It's a common theme with some AEW matches which I don't quite understand, because a good 10 count can really improve the drama of a match. But other than that, this was a very fun match, a really well worked match between Darby and Jungle Boy, where Darby picked up the win with a last supper pinning combination to retain the title. And then we have the match between two brothers, Jay and Mark Briscoe, in a great singles match from Ring of Honor's 500th anniversary. Ring of Honor really put out a great show this week, and I would definitely recommend anyone to check this episode out. This match had a similar story to the one of Gresham versus Lethal, with both men knowing each other inside out. I mean, they're brothers, so it makes sense, which resulted in an extremely even matchup with loads of reversals. However, in contrast to the Lethal and Gresham match, this was a more traditional wrestling match which featured more brawling. Again, this match was well paced and had great psychology, which is a run-on theme today. I like how Jay attacked the neck of Mark to set up for his Jay Driller, whilst Mark attacked the torso area of Jay to set up for his Froggy Bow elbow drop. What a name, Froggy Bow. And I thought the Briscoes did an excellent job of selling their exhaustion as the match progressed, which is something that a lot of matches lack today. There were some very effective near falls alongside some great spots, the highlight of the match being when Mark hits his Froggy Bow elbow drop onto Jay through a table which was set up on the outside of the ring, and this preceded a great finish where Jay just couldn't quite make it back into the ring before the 20 count, which resulted in Mark picking up the W in a very well worked match. And that is my top 5 matches of the week. So let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. Let me know what your favourite matches of the week were, or if you agree or disagree with my selections. And I apologise that I haven't uploaded as much as I would like to. I've just got a lot of stuff going on right now. I would like to have reviewed Impact Rebellion tonight, but unfortunately I haven't really got the time, so what I will do is include Rebellion in the top 5 matches of the week for next week. Again everyone, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like, give it a share and subscribe, it means so much to me. I hope you all have a great day guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.